Get ready, folks.
I sure am. Are you ready?
I sure am.
Super excited. Hello and good evening. This is Dr. Rebecca Foster, and this is Paranormal PhD. It is Thursday, September 15th. If you can hear me, great. We don't have any glitches yet, so that's a good thing. Thank you for joining me tonight. I know I haven't seen you guys in about 2 weeks, and it's partially because I have been either gone or I've been gone, and it's been too hard energy-wise to kind of pack everything in. And come to think of it, actually, last Thursday it was in Vernal, Utah at the Phenomenon, which was phenomenal. And we didn't even get done until, I did not get out of there until 8:30 Central. It was a long day, but it was super fun. So we're going to get some readings done tonight and making sure everyone can hear me. Perfect. All right. So for anybody who is new and who has no idea who I am or what I've done, what I do, I can't even think. You guys, I cannot come up with the words, okay? I've been stumbling. I think I came up with, what was the word that was today? Delinquent? It was something to that effect. I twizzled delinquent and diminish, or it was like I can't even repeat it, but it was pretty crazy. Why is my camera acting all funky? Keep me posted, guys. Keep me posted. So for those of you who don't know what I do, I'm a medium, and no, nothing enters my body. No. I just repeat messages I get from spirit, from God, from those who've passed over. I do not usually ask questions unless it's telepathic, and there's a lot of that going on. And I pass those messages on randomly. I will go through the list of comments over and over. We're right now streaming to Facebook, YouTube, and the Spirit Realm Network. So everything comes through and it tells me where you're at, so I can see all the comments. We've got stuff for everybody. So do not fret. I can see every place here. And that's that. Whatever comes through for you tonight is going to be quick, and I will just read as many people as I can in the chat room for as long as I can. All right, let's get started. Please, too, you know what? I've got so many events going on. There are so many that aren't even listed on the website yet because I haven't actually solidified myself to put this stuff on the website yet. So a lot in areas, different areas. Let's think. What is this? September. So I'll be in Wisconsin for a couple of things at the end of the month. And then October, I'll be in Joplin, Missouri, the 6th through the 8th. And there's a huge event. Again, check the website. The 14th, if you're near Rock Island, Illinois, there is a superbly haunted building that I will be at doing an investigation and a gallery. So it's kind of like a VIP twofer kind of deal kind of thing you can do. And what's really cool, the 28th and 29th of October, which is not listed yet, I will be doing galleries at the Opera House, which is haunted, at the Fort Museum in Fort Dodge. And Friday night's just a gallery, but Saturday night it's going to be a gallery, and we're going to have pizza, and then we're doing an investigation of a property that I know is haunted. I've spoken to 10 different ghosts on this property. So it's very limited. Tickets are not yet available. putting that whole thing together with the radio and so forth. And it's a huge fundraiser for the Opera House as well. I just, lots coming. So sorry. I'm letting everybody kind of settle their energy and sharing. All right. Hello, Thomas. Hello. How are you? Angie, how are you? Christina, hello. Linda, hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. What does that one say? I mean, I'm just going to wait for more people to get here. Yeah, I don't do that. I usually have glitches for the first 10 minutes. It's how I roll. Joni, hello. Samantha, how are you, darling? Okay, Melissa, hello. Joyce, Chad, Kaylin, hello. Vivian, hello. Long time no see, Vivian. It's good to see you. Kathy, Denise, Karina. All right. Perfect. Amber, hello, darling. Wonderful. Okay. If you get a reading too and it resonates, put it in there. People want to see if what I'm telling you makes absolutely any sense. And it's just good. Hello, Tisha, Janelle, Beverly, Stephanie, Jeff, hello. Vanya, all right, hello. Perfect. Carol, hello. Okay. Cindy, Emily, Teresa. Let's go back up on here. Wonderful, darling. Wonderful. All right. Let's grab some people, shall we? Bomb chicka bow wow. That's how I roll. Weird energy too. So I'm just kind of figuring out who's got the what going on here. Huh. It's very interesting. My phone just gave me a heart attack. Let me mute that sucker because that just gave me a literal like, whee! That's my email signal. All right. I'm trying to see who this is coming from, so I'm kind of running through your names. I don't know what's going on right now. Something is happening. It's interesting. I almost have some like kind of communication that's going on. It's stealing some of my channel. So that's why I was trying to figure out what's going on. If my light bulbs start to flicker, that may happen. Okay. It's weird. I even like lost my train of thought. Okay. Thank you, Linda. I appreciate that. That was very nice. Paul Eaton from Liverpool. Oh my gosh. What time is it there? Seriously, what time? You're like 6 hours ahead of us in Liverpool. Maybe I'm wrong. 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. Oh, Tisha, it's not you. It's not. It's definitely something celestial. It is not you. So, Jeff in Ohio. Hello, Jeff. Okay. Where did that just go? I hate reading this. Okay, so Paul Eaton. I'm going to star your names too as I read you. So Paul, there's several things that your guides are actually showing me right now. And one of them is I'm sorry, I was watching what they were showing me. And I am standing what looks like on a bridge. And I'm looking over across to another bridge. And you are on that other bridge and you're on this, from my perspective, you're on the right-hand side. And the way that it presents is that you are you're moving from right to left. So you're moving from normal comfort to a situation that would be new and original and never experienced. And this message, the main point of it is having the courage to cross, because water of any kind represents issues and problems, can also represent opportunity. And so in the midst of crossing the bridge, you are crossing over water, which will present possible issues to you, but you're not in the water. So they won't exactly affect you directly. You'll be witnessing it or seeing it. The other thing that they're saying is make intelligent decisions when you are choosing something. The main thing that they always say is weigh it out. Is it logical? But how does it make you feel? This is a great idea. It's in a great place. It makes a lot of money, but I hate it. That's a big kibosh. It's a no. If you get all of these things right and then you say, and it's my dream job, it doesn't pay enough money, or it doesn't pay me what I want, one way or another, this is changeable. This is fixable. This is like set, this is the good stuff. You can always change or work towards a different. So I always tell people to go with what their heart is telling them, what their purpose is being filled in, and that what they're saying here is make sure you're making wise decisions. Don't you don't have to play the hero. You don't have to get involved unless it totally involves you, and just make safe decisions. And I know who wants to make a safe decision, but right now make safe decisions. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. If you kind of get a weird feeling in your gut, trust your clairsentience. Don't get involved. If somebody feels kind of creepy, trust your gut and don't follow them into an alley, that kind of a thing. So it's very important because the changes that you are going to make will involve some of these things, and you want to make sure that your brain and you're thinking on the up and up. Thinking on the up and up. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Perfect. Squirrel. Hello. Rebel, you're muddling through the crazy, stormy, muddy water that is your life one day at a time. You know what? You just reminded me of something, actually, that I was working on today, and I had so many readings that I forgot to finish it. And I bet that my child deleted it, and it was a reading processed thought, and then I'll never get it back. I don't even remember exactly how it was. But the whole premise about it was doing a reading, and Spirit showed the chaos in this person's life, like you're describing here, muddling through crazy, stormy water, muddy water. The chaos in life is represented by a puzzle, and we have all of the pieces. I'm going to see if I hope it's not destroyed, because it was really a cool thing. But we have all of the pieces to complete this beautiful picture, and each one is done in its own time, according to our pace or how we want to do it. None of them are the same. They're all cut differently. Everything about puzzles is different. And we have everything we need to complete that puzzle. So eventually, as chaotic as it may be, as messy as they may be, we just have to take our time and do it according to ourselves, and not like, oh, that goes there, or what, you should sort them first. You sort out the colors, you do the edge, and that. Too many people want to help us with our own puzzles. So, Doug, you're having bad audio. I think it's just you, Doug. I think it's just your hyper squirrel energy. I think it's just you. Just you. Okay. If anybody else is having bad audio, please let me know. All right. Paul, you're welcome. Good luck with whatever this endeavor is, because it looks exciting. Just be smart. Be wise. Be wise. So Jeff Taflin, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing names. Taflin from Ohio. I was just in Ohio 2 weeks ago. Love the place. Jeff, the one thing that I'm supposed to tell you is your ability to communicate or reach people. I think both on a living and on a spiritual level is awakened. And of course, we all have a mouth to talk. But on a spiritual level, they're also talking about this being um, either something very honed or practiced. And it's interesting because if I'm walking up to your energy in this reading, I'm walking up to your energy, I'm thinking, okay, this is interesting. This guy's, what's he going to do? What's he going to say? There's something different about his energy, something interesting. And then all of a sudden you start talking about very in-depth subjects. And so the point of what they're saying is, I think people misjudge or misconstrue who you are, because most of the time humans do an initial energy check, a superficial check, and then they base their decision on someone initially from that initial energy that's exuded and displayed. And I think you trick people. I think people are tricked a little bit. I also think that God has a purpose for everything, and that the way you appear to people initially is pretty important to who you are, because a lot of what I'm seeing, and I think this is more of a confirmation for you than anything, that what I'm seeing is that you are attracting people to you who might need help or direction. You'd make an excellent counselor. You'd make just anybody who's an advocate for someone else who might be drowning or in trouble. And part of it is the fact that people are coming and not expecting you to so much help them or give them wisdom. Rather, they're just like looking to commiserate or to get someone's attention. And so I think that part of what the message is for you here is to confirm that you're doing a lot of work spiritually, a lot of godly work, and the people you're helping do not initially expect that. And it's interesting because he's purposefully using us. You may not be standing in a pulpit, neither do I, but he finds a way to use each one of us in different capacities. I think it's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty awesome. She'd make an excellent counselor, therapist, someone who has walked the walk and can actually relate to, or the people that you are helping could relate to you. So I love that. It's very awesome. Okay. All right. There was a message here. I'm walking home in the dark and one of your little noises scared the hell out of That was Amber. That's really funny. One of the little noises that's funny. Now, dude, I was doing a reading today and it was beautiful outside. So I was grounding while I was reading and I was barefoot. And when I'm barefoot, when I'm reading, I pace a lot. And this honking wolf spider almost jumped on my foot and I screamed and jumped out of the way. And then I tried to put a jar on top of it. When I put a jar on top of it, it was like, no way. And then it jumped like a foot and started running like, yiba, andale, andale. It was like running. And finally I was able to stop it. And then my son came out and I was like, smash that sucker because it's huge. And it looked like a brown recluse, but I was screaming because then I lost sight of it and I was barefoot. Yeah. It was not a brown recluse. It was just a giganto wolf spider. Yes. Mm-hmm. Do you think I should go back to the paranormal? I was once the groundskeeper at the Bel Air house. You know what? I think you should, Jeff. I think you should. If nothing else, to provide informative, tours. If nothing else, to provide people with the security of the knowledge base, and that they can kind of be distracted maybe from their fear by listening to the stories, and it helps immerse people into those experiences without being terribly terrified. You know what I'm saying? Hello, Lori, darling. How are you? I was looking for you, and I didn't know you weren't going to be in Vernal last weekend, and So I found out when I got there that you were in Montana. So I missed you. I did not get to see you. Yes, just stinky. Okay. So next time. Thomas Kasdorf, really quickly, I'm scanning up and save your money right now. Save your money. It's not going to bring any kind of a positive investment. So save your money right now. That also means don't buy a lottery ticket, that sort of a thing. So Thomas, save the money. No big spending. No, none of that. None of that. Angie Kennard, I know this is going to sound odd too, but all these little blurbs that I'm getting, I'm telling you, I've got this strange frequency coming through. It almost feels like extraterrestrial. I feel like somehow there is something weird from above, and it's not spirit. So Angie, the thing that I'm picking up with you, this is so odd, but it looks like a little tiny animal. What is with, look, even my stuff, I'm not even moving, you guys, and it's glitching in front of me. But this, Angie, it looks like a little animal, like a little baby pig running around. I don't know what that means, but when I hit you, when I got to your name, I was all of a sudden in the entrance to a kitchen with you, and I saw this little thing that looked like a pig run by, and it just looks like a jelly bean on wheels. And all I can think of is, it looks like a pig. Maybe a puppy, maybe a fat puppy, and then purple, those are definitely orchids, purple orchids. So I don't know every symbolic meaning to flowers for various reasons. One, there's just too many, and two, there's just too many for me to know. And look up the meaning, the symbolism to a purple orchid, because that would probably be quite a message directly sent to you from someone. But I swear it looks like a little pig, just like, phew, but it's faster, like a jelly bean on wheels. I have no idea what that means, but I have learned to just say what it is, because that's when I'm always going, I knew I saw a pig on wheels. Why didn't I say it? As crazy as it is, I should have said something. Rebel, that it was a weird word. It was like delinquent. That was it. Delinquish. It was delinquish. That's not a word, right? It just came out of my mouth and I went, wait a second, that's not a word. I think I said diminish and delinquent. Delinquish, right? Is that a word? It sounds like, you say a word and you're like, and then it just sounds like it's a weird English word. Is delinquish a word? Is it? I don't even know. Is it a word? Delinquish? All right. It is a word. Thank you, Irene. It's a delinquish. It's a word. Okay. I said it and I went, is this even a word? I don't think so, but I meant to say diminish. It's a word now. And my head was just, oh my gosh. My whole system is going crazy. Irene, it is a word. All right. So Irene, let's see what's going on with you. All right. Okay. So Irene, relinquish is also a word, Renee. Relinquish might be what I was, not delinquish. Relinquish is another word. That's why it sounded weird, because that's a word. But I don't think delinquish is a word. I think I was, okay. All right. So, hey, Sean, you are totally welcome to join us here tonight, and pay attention, because you'll find that the paranormal is not fake as shit. All right. Who was I going back up here to? I was going to Irene. Irene, the one thing your guides are telling me to tell you right now, the first thing they're doing is putting you on the back of a horse without a saddle, and there's nobody else around. This is definitely a call for spirit. It's a call to your spirit. It is saying that you really, truly need to detach from the situations and the people around you right now, that you need to just go and not tell people where you're going. Just go. Turn off your phone. Let them know, I'm going to be, indisposed for a couple of hours. I'm just going to go be with me by myself. My phone is on do not disturb. I won't be answering it. And sometimes this kind of separation, maybe it's for a couple hours, maybe it's for a week, but the separation, there's a purpose behind it. And when spirit separates us, it's to gain our attention and also to say, this is no longer working. This is what you want. You've outgrown this. The need and the placement of the horse and putting you amongst nothing but like Thelma and Louise street between here and there and kingdom come, and there's nothing else. There's a need for your soul to just be and to just breathe. And I think it's very important that you address whatever your soul is calling you to do. I think it's really important that you consider that maybe your frustrations right now are high, or maybe you're not where you would normally be happy. You're finding that you're more in your head. So spirit is essentially saying it's totally time for you to address your spiritual needs and stop ignoring them. And that doesn't mean that you have to placate everyone and be like, oh, I'll be back at a certain time, or would you like to come with me? No, I'm sorry, you cannot go with me, because I am going to have my me time with spirit and figure my stuff out. And anybody who understands will understand. Super important for you right now, though, especially with the horse. First off, you know what? I love that Sean is actually here. Sean, are you still here? Because he's totally skeptical. And everybody here is here for a reason. So I really want, if you're there, Sean, I want you to just kind of sit back, and I want you to just listen and just watch. And maybe a seed will be planted for you. And I think you need it, because it doesn't look like I'm just going to say it. Oh my gosh, why is this doing this? Somebody must be walking in front of me. It doesn't look like you had enough attaboys. You didn't have enough catch and mitt time. Somebody just pulled my hair. Did we see this? Did my hair move? Did you see my hair move? Somebody just pulled my hair. I think that's pretty awesome. I love that. Okay. There's so much here. Lindsay, hello, darling. Lee Robles. What's in the past stays in the past. Right now, from this very split second forward, everything and everyone in your past stays in the past. I don't care if something that, and I'm not saying like somebody that you rarely spoke to or didn't know, and they're like, oh my gosh, I knew you 20 years ago, but we never really spoke. That's different. I'm talking about experiences with situations and people that you have experienced. Boop, past. Nothing. Now my phone is reacting. Nothing new. Like, don't bring them back. I don't care if they're like, I've changed, or this is a different situation. They must stay in the past. And then something about I don't know what this means exactly, if this is a tattoo that you have or if you're considering, but it looks like somebody's trying to show me your right. Now I might, oh my gosh, stop. Somebody is showing me your right hip area, right where like the love handle is at, boop, right there on the hip. And I don't know why somebody is pointing that out, but it almost looks like having some walkers on a little bit high, and then I'm seeing that tattoo. So I don't know if this is something you've got or you're going to get. And then it looks like somebody else wants me to acknowledge this bird. So this is like maybe a dove, maybe a possible dove, or is that what it is? A dove? It's not a pigeon. It's a dove. Maybe possibly. It's too big, I think, to be a hummingbird, but it's crazy. I love that though. That's very good. So Irene, you had said you're upset right now. Oh, you went to a wake tonight and a funeral tomorrow morning. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about your loss. That really stinks. I'm sorry. Nothing worse. You need to. Can't get me on SRN. So Chris Duty, you can't get me on SRN. So it's not showing up on the Facebook page because it's the SRN Facebook page, not the website. Too many places to stream. Yeah, Mary, we are definitely not alone. Yeah, Linda, I have. You're right. Because I could feel them like hovering above me and this energy coming through. And then every now and then I disappear as the energy gets in front of the camera. It's pretty cool. So pulling my hair again, it's all happening on that side. It's over there. Fine. It's fine. Really don't care. Kathy Etheridge, I say I'm there and I mean it. I don't know what that means. You can't see me on SRN though. Financially secure. Okay. All right. I'm okay. Whatever. All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. I appreciate that. Thank you. I was just she just wrote this, so I was just replying to that. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna go back up here again. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that. Like, okay, Bradley, you're not back there messing with me, right? I'm just gonna turn this on really quickly. I'm gonna actually turn on my recorder. And put it behind me. Boop. Let's record. Here you go. Go ahead and talk into that. What? Did you see that? Oh my gosh. This is going to be a super fun night. So excited. I'm so distracted right now, you guys. Karina Santalaha? So Karina, I'm actually watching you. It feels almost as if you are currently or about to be caring for someone. Maybe because when I'm reading, I read right on that precipice. It's right there. Toot. So it's either just before, it's plus or minus the point. And I'm seeing you taking care of a woman. This would be like, I'm thinking it's an elderly woman. And if you're close in age to me, this wouldn't be mom, I don't think. Unless mom is older, but this is an elderly woman. She's about 5'4". She's shorter. And I'm watching you hold her hand and kind of walk her. And as I'm watching this, the amount of energy that is in this moment tells me that this is somebody you would be taking care of. It's not someone who you're just holding her hand and walking her across the street. It is somebody that you are embedding a lot of energy in to help. So you may find yourself in a situation of having to travel and then stay with someone while they are either recuperating or healing somehow. Feels like there's also 3 children around you. Three. Thinking this is an older boy. Looks about my son's age, about 12. And then there's 2 smaller children. Well, middle and then smaller. So I'm not sure if these are your kids or if they're, grandchildren or what, but 3 children around you. And this feels really good. It also feels like you're helping somebody plan something or work through something financially. So all of it looks beneficial. And it doesn't look like long-term. It looks beneficial. Like you're helping someone. I love that. Carl, hello. How are you? I'm so glad you are safe across the country and getting settled. Yes. I love that. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys have such great energy. Good night, Jeff. Thank you for stopping by. So Sandy, when I bent down, you thought you heard her voice. Well, there's a lot of activity here right now, and I felt it the second I sat down. And it may, I don't know. I have been super busy this week getting home, and I have been doing a lot of remote viewing and remote. My faith is pretty huge. That's why this stuff really doesn't freak me out. It just doesn't. And I have enough protection from spirit and from God that I don't always go in and set up my protections because I know I'm good. I'm golden. All right. I have them with me everywhere I go. So I've been doing a lot of remote viewing lately, and the remote viewing puts me into places where I'm just walking around freely. I can see them. They can see me. And that may be the case right now. It may be just something that was like, hey, it happened in Vernal, so it can happen anywhere. They're just probably just checking me out, and that's totally fine. But I also feel like I've got something going on ET-wise happening right now, so it's pretty cool. Okay. I think so too, Chris. Pretty cool experience for everybody to actually see what's going on the camera. And yeah. Jenny Lynn Noble, are your mom and dad there with you at your house? I would have to say yes. And the reason I say this is because they're talking about they're talking about an oak picture frame, and it should not do that. It shouldn't do that. But they're talking about an oak picture frame. Stop. Just stop it. I'm trying to do this. And oh my gosh, stop it. Stop. And she looks like, I'm assuming this is mom, and it looks like either red or coral. And he looks like jeans and some kind of checkered or plaid or something kind of shirt. And then they're standing her back to his front. If that makes sense. They're talking about this picture frame like this. And almost dudes, I'm not moving. It is stepping in front of my face. I'm glad you all got to see this because it's pretty cool. The picture actually looks like it would be up either on a shelf or a mantle. And then I'm also hearing like a bit of a clicking noise as well. And I'm thinking that that is coming from down a hall. So probably pay attention to little odd noises, little clicks or taps, and pay attention to if now it's not like in Ghost, they have to like they're trying to physically use their body and then zzz, and they move cups and cans and stuff, but they can move things. So pay attention to pictures or picture frames that seem out of whack, how you would normally have them. It feels like they're around you, and I don't know why I'm thinking you are the one that smells like buttercream, or you are the one that smells like vanilla. It smells really good. Yeah. Oh, Mary, you know what, Mary Grace Kirby? They can't get in my head. They can't. I'm so not worried about it. Not at all. They just can't. They just can't. But they're figuring out apparently that they can manipulate things, and that's fine with me. They're literally poking and pulling. Perfectly fine with me. I don't mind it. It's like seriously freaking everywhere, you guys. Jenny, I don't have to tell them. They already know. Just say it. Just tell them. Just tell them. They're right there. They will totally. They're listening. They will totally. Yeah. All right. Chris, I will post on my God's Reader page if I have anything caught. Anything caught on that. Good. Okay. Thank you, Eric. Welcome to Des Moines. I love it. I've been here for a little over a year. I love it. All right. Perfect. If anybody has any funky things that they're hearing on their side, you might hear something different because of the digital ability to capture it. All right. Lala, I don't think anybody came home with me from Vernal. I think it just happens. I just do the readings all day, and that's what happens. Just what happens. Okay, let's go up here. Kimberly Cox Bishop, you've had a lot of loss. Can you give me some advice? So, Kimberly, I want you to see, everyone I read for has the ability to do this. Everyone. And every time I read for people, there's the beach and then there is a dune area. And from the water behind, looking up at the dunes to the left-hand side, there is a little like pathway that goes up the dune. And at the top of that portion of the beach, everyone has this. There is a fenced area that goes out to a field that is expansive. And the field is a place where those people who have passed over will, a lot of times, if they don't approach me on the shoreline, they will be in this area up here. Everyone has this ability to connect here. Everyone. And you're asking about if you've had a lot of loss and what advice can I give you? The easiest thing I can tell you to do is this, because everybody that you've lost, experiences that are material and earthly things that you've lost in that respect, okay, those things, if it's a material loss of any kind, we lose things for a reason, and we just don't know all of the reasons. But if it's a loss of love or loved ones, I want you, and everybody can do this, but for you, Kimberly, to give you some advice on how to deal with this loss, I want you to see yourself at some point standing with the water behind you, and you can hear the waves coming in and going out. And then I want you to feel that sand. You know how it's so exhausting on the legs to walk up the sand, up the dunes, get to the top where the fenced area is, little tiny white picket fence that goes over this hill and this way. And there's a little doorway into the fenced area. And I want you to look out on that, and I want you to see what's in the field. Is it tall grass? Is it like wheat? Is it tall flowers? Is it just greenery? What's out there? And I want you to take a step through that little gate and into the fielded area. I want you to close your eyes while you're doing this, or lay down while you're doing it. When you're not going to fall asleep, you're not going to fall asleep. You're just in a point where you're relaxing. And I want you to think of who it is that you would like to speak with, who it is that you're looking to see. Every time we think of someone, living or not, we send our energy across the universe to that person through dimensions, through time. We wrap around that person, and then we communicate with them very quickly. That's why I don't think about people I don't want to talk to, because they call every time. I'm like, oh, no. Don't think about them. Mickey Mouse, Universal Studios, spaghetti and meatballs. Boom. Change your mind. It's just the truth. So you go out into the field, you picture who it is you want to speak to, and see them standing there. Share with them the conversations you want to have. The thing is, how do I know, Rebecca, if I'm hearing and seeing them or if I'm just making it up? The one piece of advice I can give you when you're having conversations with your guides, with God, with spirits who have passed over, you do it in your head. You do not vocalize it. You don't verbalize what questions you have or the conversation, because anything that's around you can answer it. Anything that's around can tell you, whisper it. You can hear it telepathically. You have the conversation in your head. And if I learned how to understand them, and what I was receiving was from them, because I could not move my mouth to what I was hearing. Couldn't move my mouth. I would hear it, and I'd actually have to listen to what was being said, and I couldn't sit there and go apple pie and watch their mouth move, because I didn't know what they were going to say. And if you can start to hone that, you can have an amazing relationship with everyone who is on the other side, just through having that faith of, okay, that's not something I would say. That's not something I would think. Your ego might kick in and get in the way, but I think understanding that you're so much closer to everything that you've lost will help you realize that you're not far away at all. They're just all around us. It's really amazing. Amazing. That's another reason I don't let people ask questions when I'm doing readings. I prefer to just read people without questions, because when you are sitting there thinking about something and you're having a conversation with God, He's the only one who knows what's in your heart. He's the only one who knows what's going on in your mind. You can have a safe conversation there. And that's the difference. If you're saying, okay, and you're thinking about everything you want me to read for you, and you're talking to God, if I'm able to answer those questions without you asking, then you know it's because God is saying, okay, we need to talk about this, share this with her. And a lot of times people, when I say, do you have questions? They'll say, you already answered them all. And that's why I do it without knowing who I'm even talking to. And anybody here can do it. You just have to have the people around you who are willing for you to use as a guinea pig. Let me read you right now. Let me do this. Don't ask me anything. Don't tell me anything. It's really, really cool. Yep. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. Just think, what is it that just think not, oh, it keeps moving. That's great. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put I can't read it. I would like a reading then maybe one day. I'm always open to messages. Yes, and you know what? I would love to read everybody. I can tell you, Chris, that I can tell you you smell like candy. You smell like sugar. Well, that's a great thing. I will tell you that part of the dilemma that you deal with every day, not only because we have light, of course, so energies see our light, and the more enlightened you are, the happier you are, the more peaceful, the more loving you are, the brighter your light, the more you're going to attract to you, because they're like, oh, there's heaven. No, I'm not heaven, not at all, close, but they'll see that. But then also, I find that people, heaven smells like hot spun sugar. It smells like buttercream. It smells like those delicious. I think that's why we love those things so much. Why bakeries are so enticing and delicious. And you could just, because it smells like heaven. And when you take a person such as yourself, Chris, that has a bright light and a generous light, but then also you smell like sugar, you are like a magnet to not only energies, but also those that subconsciously pick up on your smells. And that means you probably also attract a lot of people who are troubled or abusive or addicted, or who just really need help all the time and they can't figure anything out for themselves. And so I don't know how you would ever fix that, because these are spiritual things. So you will always attract them. Your biggest goal will have to be to try to give them the tools to handle things on their own and not do anything for them. That's really, really, and you work in a behavioral hospital. Holy crap, girl. Okay. This is what I want you to do. When you get dressed in the morning, go in and pull your energy suit off of the hanger and step into it. Put your arms into it, put it over your head, and zip that sucker up. And then stand there and look through your energy suit and see all the beautiful things around you all look purple and violet. And then you'll know, okay, I've got my protective suit on. I can go to work. People won't see my super bright light all the time. It'll be more of a purple hue or a violet hue. They won't cling to me. Ugh. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. I love that. What is this? You had Tabitha, you had a surrogacy transfer done today with 2 embryos. Are you able to sense their little souls? I won't officially know for 2 weeks if it has worked or not. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, fingers crossed. And yes. Ooh, look at that. Can you guys see that? Look. Yes, that's your confirmation right there. You see all those little erector pili muscles holding up that hair? Tabitha, that's for you. Yes. Both sticky. And it looks like, I don't know, are you able to tell do they know the gene makeup? Because this actually looks like one boy, one girl. It looks like you're getting, oh, chilies, look at that. That's awesome. That is a confirmation. I wasn't showing my tattoo. I was showing the chili willies. So yes, it looks like absolutely both were sticky. I love that. Please keep me posted and let me know for sure. Yep. It looks like a boy and a girl. Yeah, I love that. Did you know what they were implanting? Like, did you know the genes? Or did you know if it was a boy and a girl? Did you know that ahead of time? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm going to have to shave my legs. I'm chilling big time. So big time yeses. Big time yeses. And The number 5 also comes through for you, Tabitha. So maybe the 5th of the month, something with May, but something with a 5 comes through. And I'm thinking that the reason today I learned it was one of each. Yay! That is so cool. I'm so excited for you. So I think part of the whole dilemma in going through everything you've had to is because you've got a lot of people on the other side that are really enjoying these 2 little souls. There's a place I call the chutes, and it's where all the babies go before they're born. So I'm able to kind of see if there's someone holding them up. And it looks like there is a grandfather up there that is holding the little boy, little girl. She is standing down next to him, but this looks like a big party. That means that these are really old souls. They're hugely connected to all of these people that are up there. And she's going to be probably first and more of the caregiver, the more of the mommy energy. It's so cool. I love that. I do love that. That's fabulous. You got Jodester. You got Goosies too. Yeah. Yes, you're correct. I love that. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to hear more. And Lala, you got goose pimples too, right? We all do. Larry, hello. How are you? And you're very welcome, Chris. All right. So Madeline Wasserman, you recently got dowsing rods and have been enjoying them very much. You know, dowsing rods are cool when it comes to picking up on energies. Anywhere that energy is going to, especially, copper dowsing rods, they work really well because we are energy, and copper is a conductive metal. And when we are doing those things, you really can, the fields that you're dealing with are legit. It's not like you're using tarot cards. However, if you're going to use them and ask questions out loud, anything can answer you. Anything. Well, that's why when I'm doing investigations, when I'm out doing an investigation, let's say with a team, and I'm doing like a guest spot with a team, I will normally not ask any questions. I will tell who I'm seeing, where I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and then I will do what I can to support seeing all of these things. But I will rarely ask questions at any turn because anything can answer you. Anything. So if you sit down with someone, not only are you giving them, if you're asking questions, not only are you gearing the reading because they know now what you're looking for, and they can answer anyway. But so if they're gifted in any way and you're verbalizing your questions, these things can still help them answer because the devil knows everything about us too. The dark angels know everything about our lives. They've seen our contract, just like our angels have seen, our guides have seen the contract. They're helping us. They're trying to deter us. So if you're going to use anything, don't ask questions out loud. Don't ask questions. Make it all internal and telepathic. You will throw them asunder because they won't know what to do if they can't hear your questions. They stand back and they're like, oh my gosh. Did you hear that? Did you hear what they just said? Now we have our in. Go take advantage of this. She's in flight. Like, there's a problem. Take advantage of it. And then they will use that pain or that suffering to really tear us down. My cat, no, actually it was the dog upstairs just went row, and then my email came through and went wee. All right. My ringtone. That's funny. It's, if you heard the wee, that's my email. It lets me know what's going on. Can you see me healing my surgery? Cindy McCabe. Healing your seizures. So Cindy, okay, so when I'm seeing your seizures, they feel like they're happening top of the head at the parietal lobes. And it feels like it's at the parietal lobe and almost across the center top of your head. And then it goes straight down and behind the eyes. So there's a lot of visual that's happening here. And it's almost as if the visual goes in, your brain starts to process this, and if you're tired, if you're hungry, if you're depleted in any way, I would think that it would exacerbate this problem. Because then when your brain is functioning, this is like it's like misfiring across the like across the center. It's misfiring somehow. And I would think maybe a start to helping heal this is finding out from your physician about certain glasses or something that's going to help maybe soften the light, soften what you're taking in through your eyes. And especially making sure that you're not tired, that you're eating well. You don't want any form of depletion because it seems like that worsens it. All right. Wait, was there a question here? Hold on a second. I'm going to do one more. I just saw something here. And okay, so Keisha, you're looking for something from your father. Yeah, Cindy McCabe, stress. You're right. Stress is a huge factor. And part of it is because you combine all that. You combine stress, exhaustion, a lack of eating or food, or low blood sugar, and then a lot of eye strain, and then it'll send you into a tizzy. Okay, Jenny Lynn Noble. I'm sorry. Okay, so how old was I when my mom passed away? Okay, I don't know. I absolutely the problem with questions like that, and I've seen quite a few that you're asking, because you're asking me to test the spirits in a way that is actually putting spirit on the spot. And I probably could sit and do it privately with you, but I definitely can't do that in this time that we're here. And I know you're trying to get specific information, but I can't do that here in these quick readings like this. So I'm not ignoring you. I just can't do that. So I was grabbing this Keisha Oakley from your father. You're asking, I saw something about, you were asking about your father. Okay. The one thing I can tell you, Keisha, that I smell, it almost smells like, I don't know if that's tobacco or smoke that I'm smelling. And I feel like my lungs are under pressure, or I feel like I'm dealing with breathing, like a difficulty in breathing. And it almost is like I want to have a long talk with you. I want to sit and I want to sit and talk with you and let you know I'm listening to the conversation. I'm sorry. I want to sit almost like I'm sitting on a bed, and then from my perspective to the left would be the bedroom door. And as I'm sitting in your position, who I believe this is your father, gets up and walks out the door. And I want to sit, or I think the message here is him saying, I want to sit and have a conversation with you and talk to you and make sure you are okay. He wants to have a conversation, make sure you are okay. And that's all he keeps repeating is, let's just go talk. Let's go sit and talk. Let's go chat. I'm also wondering if the way that he presents, if you might even experience him somewhere within the home. So watch for light bulbs burning out, flickering lights. A lot of time, if your father is around the way I'm thinking he is, he may burn out some lights around you. Okay. My time is up for tonight, and I know there's a whole bunch of people who want readings. And I think with my chats in both YouTube and on Facebook that I can get in and check all of the chat room responses. I can't even think. So you are not forgotten if I did not read for you tonight. I wish I could read more people, but pay attention. Make sure that you are at least subscribed so that you're getting the notifications. And every Thursday, I'm supposed to be on every Thursday, unless I'm working or out of town like I was the last couple of Thursdays and just unable to do it. So otherwise, you can totally count on me to be here. So I will see you guys next Thursday, right? Yes, next Thursday. And I thank you all for being here with me tonight. Paranormal PhD with me, Dr. Rebecca Foster, Clairvoyant Medium. Check out my books if you want to. Go to godstool.com, and there's everything there that you need to know about how to contact me, get in reach. I give up. I just give up. Have a great night, guys. God bless.